All hail the Clicks crew! Alright guys, today we are taking a look at my 3 favorite Wonder Woman Heroclix figures in modern age. These are the 3 best in my opinion. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at them. These are in no particular order. And as always, with at the end of this video, whichever one ends up being my favorite, we're going to build a small 300-point team with, just for fun. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Before we get into this video though, I want to let you know that Mr. Clicksflix is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning roll for our gaming needs. You can visit luckydicecafe.com or use the link to their Facebook page found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicksflix is also sponsored by Toronto.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit Toronto.com and use the promo code Mr. Clicksflix for 5% off your Heroclix order today. The first one we're going to take a look at is Justice League Unlimited number 009 from the main set. So here she is. What does she do? So she's got the Amazon Justice League Deity and Warrior keywords. She has the Justice League Unlimited trait. So if she rolls a 6, she can remove a member from an action token from a friendly character with the Justice League keyword that's 100 points or less. That's cool, sort of like a pseudo-leadership. Then she has this other trait, which is Princess of Themyscira. Wonder Woman takes a maximum of 1 damage from range attacks if she can draw line of fire to her attacker. So that's really cool there. As we can see, she's 90 points, has a 9 movement with hypersonic speed and the flight ability, 11 attack, super strength, 18 defense, invincibility, and indomitability, 3 damage with leadership. So I like the leadership and Justice League Unlimited combo there. She also has the JLA team ability. She's got that hypersonic speed and flight, the super strength for knockback. She's just good. 90 points is a good kind of a tent pole type thing, where you still have enough points to work with on your team to really maximize her, but you know, you're not. She's definitely going to be your main person. She's got that nice consistent 3 damage, so you're going to be able to get her up to a 6 on the right team. So I definitely like this one a lot. I've been reaching for her a lot lately. The next one we're going to take a look at is what I would say is my most used Wonder Woman, probably because she's been around the longest. But this is the Fast Forces one from the DC Rebirth set. So here she is. She has the Amazon Justice League International and Deity keywords. She's number 004 from the Fast Forces. She's got 2 traits. First one is Ancient Ways of Warfare Wonder Woman. If a friendly character named Aquaman uses Close Combat Expert or Perplex this turn, modify attack +1. So that's pretty cool there, and we'll see here in a minute why that I use that a lot. And then her other trait is Bullets and Bracelets. Wonder Woman takes a maximum of 1 damage from range attacks. So as we can see, it's kind of an amped up version of the other Wonder Woman we just looked at. She's got 2 different point lines. She's got 100 points and 50 points. She's got the JLA team ability. She's got, at the 100 point line, she has the 10 movement with charge and the flight ability, 11 attack, blades, claws, fangs, 17 defense, toughness, 3 damage with perplex. And then at 50 points, she's got an 8 movement with charge, 11 attack with super strength, 17 defense, combat reflexes, 3 damage with close combat expert. If I'm using her, I generally use her 100 points so I can use that perplex, and I run her with the other character that gets her up to a 12 attack with blades, claws, fangs. That's generally what I do with her, although it is nice to have that flexibility to use her at 50 if you wanted to, you know, charge in with a heavy object. And then attack, her only real drawback is that 17 defense, but she is taking a maximum of 1 damage from range attacks when somebody does hit her with that 17. So advantage. The first one we looked at. And the third one we're going to look at that is one of my favorites is the Wonder Woman from the Justice League Unlimited starter set, number 101. And as you can see, sculpts are the same. Paint is the same as the main set version, but as we'll see here in just a second, she is not exactly the same. She has the Amazon Justice League Deity and Warrior keywords. She has a trait and a special on her attack. Her trait is called Founding Members, speed +2, but only if your force has 4 or more characters with the Justice League keyword. For all friendly characters with this trait, action total +1, but only if your force has 6 or more characters with the Justice League keyword. So that's pretty cool. Then she has this special on her attack called Magic Lasso. Who knew? When Wonder Woman hits with a ranged attack, until your next turn, a hit target gains immobile and can't use damage powers. So that's nice for like if you hit an opponent, they gain immobile and they can't use probability control, outwit, perplex, something like that. So that's neat. She is split dial here, 100 points and 40 points, has the JLA team ability. At 100 points, she has a 3 range, single target, 10 movement with hypersonic speed and the flight ability, 11 attack with that special, 18 defense with invulnerability. Invincibility and Indomitability, 4 damage with leadership, and then at 40 points she has a 9 movement with hypersonic speed, 10 attack with that special, 17 defense, invincibility, Indomitability, 3 damage with leadership. Both point lines are really worth it. I find myself playing her at 40, so if I need a low point Wonder Woman, I bring her in, and I like her a lot for that. So she is definitely one of the best ones, or at least one of the ones I reach for a lot, and you'll notice she's very similar to the regular one with just a handful of differences. So which one is my favorite? You know, I like this one for low points, I like this one for the perplex, I like this one at the 90 points for taking the 1 damage and stuff like that, and having the dual leadership. So my favorite one to use right now is the main set Wonder Woman from Justice League Unlimited. The hypersonic speed's just nice. The 11 attack with super strength is good. Now, you can't use hypersonic speed with super strength like you used to. You can only use it to generate knockback. You can't attack with the heavy object anymore, but she takes that, she sort of blends what's going on with the Fast Forces Wonder Woman and the starter set Wonder Woman from Rebirth, where she takes a maximum 1 damage, although there's a caveat to it, and then she has the hypersonic speed and the leadership of the starter set one from Justice League Unlimited. So she's kind of a nice in between character, and she's got nice consistent combat values. And then at the end of the dial, closing out with that hypersonic speed, I really like a lot. So what are we going to do for her? Obviously, she is a close combat oriented figure. We'll take a look at the dial one more time. So we want to see if there's some ways to increase her damage. She's only taken 1 on the approach, so that's nice. And we want to keep some figures kind of close to use that leadership. But she also has that Justice League Unlimited, so we want to try to keep things... we want to try to keep our characters below 100 points. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the Power Gem, which is modified damage +1, close combat expert, range combat expert. When she uses it, or when the character uses it and the attack roll is 10 or higher, after resolutions, deal the target 1 penetrating damage. So she has the ability to deal 5 damage on her own now with that, or at least 4 if she makes a close attack, and then she can use close combat expert to get herself up to 5 damage once she's in the fray if you choose to leave her there, which is a good tactic. I like that a lot. So here's the Power Gem that we're going to put on her. Now, something else, when we were talking about one of the other Wonder Womans that's my favorite, is Aquaman really helped her out. So Aquaman from the DC Rebirth set is going to be joining this team at his 50 point line. So he's got some cool stuff here, and it's if a friendly character named Wonder Woman used close combat expert or perplex this turn, modify attack +1. So with the Power Gem, we gave our Wonder Woman the ability to use close combat expert, so there is the possibility of him getting up to a pretty substantial attack. And then he has traded leadership, and if Aquaman was carried and then placed in water terrain this turn, free make a close attack, so she can carry him, and he can possibly make an attack, which is good. So we're going to use him at that 50 point line, so he does have that perplex to get himself up to a 12 attack, and then if it's the same turn that Wonder Woman uses close combat expert, he's going to be a 13 attack with Blades, Claws, Fangs. For 50 points, this guy's just good. I love running him with a Wonder Woman. So this is just kind of me reusing an old combo that I like using. The next thing we're going to do is we need a way to maybe get her out into the fray a little bit better, kind of cover her approach angles and stuff like that. And we're going to do that with the OP kit, monthly OP kit, Jon Stewart. So he is number D19003, and this is a Justice League theme team, by the way. And he has a trait and a special on his defense. His trait is Green Lantern of Sector 2814. Facing teleport, when Jon Stewart uses it, he may carry friendly characters with the wing symbol if they share a keyword with him. So he's able to carry everybody on this team, which is nice. Then he's got this special on his defense, which is the Architect. Barrier Toughness. Barrier is free, but only if Jon Stewart has 2 action tokens. Friendly characters adjacent to barrier markers can use Energy Shield Deflection. So basically what he can do is he can barrier and then everybody adjacent, so that gets Wonder Woman up to a 20 defense, gets Aquaman up to a 19 defense, and then if you use barrier 2 turns in a row, he gets to use it for free, at which point, so you can barrier with him indefinitely, which is nice. And then he also is packing the leadership and the Green Lantern team ability. He's got a nice healthy attack of an 11 with running shot, telekinesis, so he is able to also TK Wonder Woman or Aquaman wherever it is they need to go. We're mainly focusing on Wonder Woman though, so she is able to extend her swing quite a bit there. And then he's got a really nice 8 range, which is pretty long in today's game, so we're going to see if we can do some things to kind of maximize that. So since Wonder Woman has hypersonic speed, a classic tactic of a hypersonic speed team is a TK yo-yo. So to do that, you typically need 2 TKers or somebody that can TK twice. So we have one with Jon Stewart, and the other one is going to be no surprise to anybody. It's going to be Zatanna from the Batman, the animated series Heroclix set. I just, every time I play DC, I feel like I almost always reach for. You guys probably don't even need me to describe what she does. But anyway, she's got the Justice League Unlimited trait. So if the character's 100 points or less, and she rolls a 6, she can remove a token, which is good. She's got, we're running her at 75 points, so she's got Penetrating Psychic Blast, Telekinesis. She can generate the 2 Bat bystanders, which have an enhancement, so Jon Stewart and Zatanna are going to be able to take advantage of that. And increase their damages by 2 with correct placement. And then she's got Perplex and Probability Control, so we have more stat modification and stuff like that. She's got the Mystic's team ability. She doesn't have the highest values in the world, but like I said, she has that Perplex. She comes with a Probability Control. She has built-in 2... a +2 damage. So Jon's going to be your main attacker. He's going to have an 11 for 5 with the enhancement if you use it correctly from the bats, or you could get him up to a 12-5 or a 11-6 for a nice range combat backup. Jon's able to carry all 3 of these characters, and Wonder Woman is your main close combat attacker. You're going to TK her in. With the TK yo-yo, how you're going to run it, you're going to TK in with either Jon or Zatanna. You can perplex her up with Zatanna and Aquaman if you want to get her some more stat bonuses. You can do with that whatever you want. You can bump them one into attack, one into damage, both into attack, both into damage, whatever it is you feel like you need at the time for the target. You TK out with Jon, you hypersonic speed, then you hypersonic speed back so that Zatanna can TK her back, and then you just sort of keep rinsing and repeating, and then every second turn, if you're doing that, Jon's able to free barrier to block that off, and then that's just how that's going to go. So you guys let me know in the comments below what your favorite Wonder Woman to use is. I always enjoy reading that stuff. Let me know what you think of this little team too. That stuff is always fun to listen to as well. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's uncontrollable miss if you don't have probability control.